Well, we've just created a asset curb as I showed you before, and we're using the GPS location option that we've actually got. Just note that with all these screens, that basically you've got the bin here, which is basically enables you to delete the information, or you've got the pencil here, which I can select that, and that enables you to go back actually into the fields and actually edit. So you can not only edit location, but you could edit the description and change it to whatever you want. And then when you're finished, it's just a case of clicking finish, and then you're back to that screen. So when you select the main screen now, it's now actually asking us to actually enter in the inspection. So we've entered a project, we've now entered an asset, and now the next level down is inspection, because obviously you can have a number of inspections per asset. So we're going to enter in one asset, inspection for this asset, choose the plus. Okay, so it's come up there with some default options, so it automatically defaults to the current date for the inspection date. There's my name actually in there for inspected by, and comments. So we can write down, so we might choose that this is an actual road audit inspection. And we call done. So now we're sort of like so then again, because of these fields and what I was saying before, we can actually categorize and filter. I can bring up all the inspections that relate to road audits, and they'll all come up across all assets. So we've called it a road audit inspection for this asset. Click finish, and it's now recorded. Again, as always, as I said, you can go and you can delete the inspection, or you can go back and edit it just simply by clicking on the bin or the pencil. Or if we're happy with it, we then move into the final stage, which is basically selecting photos for the inspection. So the photos for this particular inspection, we just click on photos for inspection, click new. Okay, again, there's a number of fields that you can actually fill in here. It's really just a case of how much information you actually you want to put in. Don't feel obliged that you have to fill them all in. The only applicable default fields that you need to fill in is basically a photo description, and a photo comments, and that is it. You don't even have to take a photo if you don't want to. There's also a number of ways that we can actually record the information. You can not only take a photo of the particular issue for that inspection for that asset, but you could even draw a picture and actually and then record that picture for the issue for that inspection for that asset. So we're going to start off and just by using the first option, which is to actually record a photo. So we're going to record just a photo description of what the photo is. So we're going to say that it's a broken curb. We're recording that. Now you've got an additional location. So we've identified the location of the actual asset, and the location of the asset might be an actual sort of chainage or a segment of a road, or it could be a level actually in a building. It could be a number of different things. But then when we're actually taking the photo, we want to be a bit more specific of what that photo actually is. So with the two location fields here, we can identify that as far as the change is concerned, it's actually on the left hand side of the road. We put left hand side, and then we might even say that, for sense sake, it's at a chainage 2451.32. Okay, so now we've recorded some additional location information. We can also record some information relating to the actual photo. So we can write in there, shows crack in the curb. Okay, right. Now we start to move into to some of the details, so that Teams enables us to record not only conditional information about a particular issue, but also do a risk assessment. So all ratings are for condition and damage ratings are 1 to 10. So for instance, 1 being obviously sort of like in brand new condition, 10 being in highly dilapidated or destroyed condition. So for condition, we're going to sort of say that it's perhaps a sort of like a level 5. Damage level might be a 3. Again, with all these, it's important that when your team is briefed to actually go out and use Teams, that they're aware of sort of like, of the parameters when they're filling out this information so that it's consistent. Okay, risk consequence. So, okay, we can identify it either as insignificant, minor, moderate, major, or catastrophic. So we're going to make this is pretty insignificant. It's just a crack actually in the curb. The likelihood that it's going to sort of like to fail or get into a worse condition, we're going to sort of say that it's possible. So again, we can identify that. And if you have a look, also sort of like over on this question mark here for the risk consequence, if you tap on that, it'll actually bring the screen up. And in here we can identify, and you can actually edit and customize as to what is considered for the risk consequence and what is considered for the probability on your risk matrix. So we'll just jump back to where we were. Okay, action required. So we're going to sort of say no action is to be taken at this time. Now we're down to the final section, which is to take the photo. Now, in this particular option, we're going to choose the little sort, the camera icon that you can sort of see here, and that's going to open up the photo screen, as you can sort of see, and then it's just a case of choose the camera. It's taken a photo, we save it, scroll it up, make sure that it's clear and we can see it. Yeah, we're happy with that. Finish. Now that photo is now recorded for that particular issue.